game to a pigeon to dime. I ask you who that is talking about the tick. Somebody probably jealous cause they, but ain't nobody else dropping like this. Should we apologize? Just leave them. Hey, under they mommy, E-I.
It's sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Now the starting group for Orlando. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Outside the wings are Suggs and Wagner. And it's Black in at the 1. And for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. And it's Garland in at the point. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
Here's Black. Carter on the wing. Banchero up top. Shot clock at 6. Wagner finds Carter. Lets the 3 fly. Black, no good. It's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Up top, Garland. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Black the pass to Banchero. Fires the 3. The shot comes out.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Banchero, a screen on Mitchell. Poked away and stolen by Mobley. To the paint, and now it's out. Running. He can go all the way.
Nice creativity from the big man, Jared Allen. You've got moves upon moves.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Banchero. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's Black. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. 5 on the clock. Carter finds Banchero. Over Mobley.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Banchero outside. Down low. Suggs against Garland. Shot to stop the run. And it's Suggs missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Mitchell rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Pass to Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. Isaac a screen on Mobley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Mobley.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Magic shooting their first free. The Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization. as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Back to Banchero. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
I'll tell you, Banchero wants to see the answer from three, and he decides to do it himself.
Pass to Mitchell. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Banchero. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs putting in the time, being diligent about becoming more consistent from three-point territory. That time, he makes it look easy.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Isaac. Scoreless thus far. Here's Black. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. The Cavaliers leading by 3. The wide open look here for Garland. And it's off from three-point range. Mitchell against Suggs. Wagner kicks to Suggs. Launches it. And it's Wagner missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Garland with the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. The Magic trail by 5. Anthony right side. Allen with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Anthony against Mitchell. Here's Houston. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Bangs home the trifecta.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Hunter. And here's Garland for 3. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Isaac. It's Wagner atop the key. Puts one up from 19. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Get into that mid-range bag mode. Wagner happy to make that work.
The 3 from Garland. And another 3 for Cleveland.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Wagner outside. Over Allen. To the left wing. Here's Houston. And the 3 off target.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Garland, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass to Houston. Misses the 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
From 7. Hunter, no good. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 6. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Okoro's checked in for Cleveland. And the Magic making a change here as well. Howard's checked in for Isaac. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's Garland. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Garland's got 12 in the game.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Anthony. Count the basket.
Just keeping things simple on the offensive end. Cole Anthony more than happy to shoot in these kinds of situations.
Garland. For the Cavaliers, Evan Mobley's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Ty Jerome in for Donovan Mitchell.
Evan Mobley.
Mobley the pass to Okoro. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
The Magic trail by 6. 1:22 left to play here in the first. Here's Houston. Sinks the three-pointer. Houston's got a couple of threes now in the first for Orlando.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities. Always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And Cleveland making a change here. Merrill's checked in. And Harris wide open. He shoots a three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Holds it up there for Mobley. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Wow, that is some big-time airtime by Evan Mobley. My goodness.
Anthony against Garland. Anthony kicks to Howard. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Good on the triple. Howard's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Garland the pass to Okoro. Mobley with it. He's defended by Wagner. Back to Mobley. Here's Okoro. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Darius Garland has been leading the charge for the Cavaliers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Caldwell Pope out there with Anthony. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then there's Wagner. And it's Bitadze in at the center, locking down the middle. Banchero finds Caldwell Pope. Back to Banchero. They set the pick. Offensive rebound. Here's Bitadze. And the layup's good off the glass. Bitadze's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Pass to Mobley. Mobley, a screen on Wagner. Hunter, no one around him. Cans it from downtown. Hunter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bitadze the pass to Anthony. Mobley with the block.
That's a big-time send-back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Strus is checked in. Here's Banchero. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Now we get a chance to check in on Evan Mobley. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Oh, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
Lock at 6. Jerome passes to Mobley. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Magic trail by 5. Pass to Houston. Here's Bitadze, covered by Mobley. Here's Houston. Banchero with the screen. Houston's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 5. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jerome passes to Okoro. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Okoro's got his first 3 points of the game.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Caldwell Pope against Mobley. Stolen by Okoro. Intercepted. Inside. They need this one. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Mobley dishes to Okoro. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Garland is checked in for Hunter. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Jerome passes to Mobley. And here's Strus. Looking for Garland. He gets it there. Loads it up there for Mobley. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Okoro. The Magic trail by 7. Wagner kicks to Black. Banchero with the screen. The Magic again can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Hunter with it. Suggs with the steal. Pass to Banchero. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Magic trail by 8. A nice shot by Black.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Strus. And he drives in. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
Wade, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Hunter comes in for Jerome. And a change for the Magic. Isaac's checked in. That one misses. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
And they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Strus. Rebound by the Magic. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Suggs against Garland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Suggs passes to Isaac. Here's Wagner. A rebound by Mitchell. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's Strus. Can't connect from short range. Orlando's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And then Carter with the dunk.
It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Carter Jr. gets the position he wants and goes to town.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Bounce pass from Strus. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Dean Wade. And it's Okoro in for DeAndre Hunter. Here's Garland. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
What a game so far for Darius Garland, and he's just getting started, folks.
And it's Wagner missing.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
The Cavaliers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw good from Strus.
Max Strus, one of those undrafted players coming out of college, but somehow wills his way by virtue of his shooting and his toughness. You love his story.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Dean Wade, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Ty Jerome in for Okoro. And a switcher also for Orlando. Houston's checked in. Wade sets the pick for Garland. Drills it from outside. Garland's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
Wow, a lot of distance on that jumper by Darius Garland. Nice.
Here's Houston. No good with the wing jumper.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Isaac a screen on Wade. Isaac left side. Pass to Suggs. Isaac a screen on Garland. The Magic again can't hit. Cleveland leading by 9. Here's Mitchell. Now Strus. Back to Mitchell. Takes the 3. Black grabs the board. Here's Houston. Launches a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Houston's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
Pass to Strus. To the middle. Stolen by Carter. Here's Houston. 9 points in the game so far. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Here's Garland from 16 feet away. He cans it. Garland's got 21.
That's where you're so afraid of Darius Garland's ability to get all the way downhill, that when he stops and pops, that's easy money.
Here's Houston. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Mitchell. Back to Garland. Got a hand on it.
Sometimes you need excellent anticipation defensively to get your hand on a shot. Jalen Suggs, nicely done.
And that one is good. Black's got 6.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Mitchell outside. Teardrop shot, and it's blocked. Now Suggs had 22 points in the win against Chicago.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Cleveland ahead, up 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Please bring to attention the second quarter. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Timmy UB. Thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Their trouble is defending the arc. It's got to be a team effort. Just one breakdown, that's all it takes to give up 1 3.
All right, fellas, time. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game here, guys, from Darius Garland.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Orlando moving the ball around. Mitchell against Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. Carter with a screen on Garland. Black. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Mitchell with the bounce pass. The open shot, Garland. Black grabs the board. Orlando trailing here. Suggs dishes to Banchero. Back to Suggs. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Cleveland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Stolen by Garland. It's Strus on the wing. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Mitchell. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Mitchell's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Cleveland. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
He's so deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Allen, a screen on Banchero. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I'd like to see Jarrett Allen look to score. Forces the defense to make contact.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Magic trail by 6. Banchero right side. Back to Carter. Banchero outside. Shoots it up. The Magic again can't hit.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
In a volume score, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Black the pass to Suggs. Stolen by Garland. Mitchell wide open. Hits it from three-point range. And now an 11-point Cavalier lead.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
And they get it. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, that's a big-time effort play by Wendell Carter Jr. This guy gives you everything he's got.
Mitchell looking it over. From the arc. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Pass to Strus. Here's Mitchell. And he banks in the layup. Mitchell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Suggs. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You've got to be willing to get your shot blocked if you're a guard and you foray inside. Jalen Suggs, what a finish.
Mitchell against Suggs. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Now, here's Suggs. He's got 9. And it's Wagner missing. Mitchell outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, my goodness. A little force from Donovan Mitchell off his feet in a hurry.
Black kicks to Wagner. Carter with a screen on Strus. Here's Suggs. Offline with his 3.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half. Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Jarrett Allen, 4th.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Anthony finds Harris. Wagner on the wing. Allen defending. Isaac with a screen for Wagner. And Isaac throws it down.
Oh, boy, the reach, the length, the hops, the athleticism, Jonathan Isaac. Nicely done.
Pass to Strus. Back to Garland. Cleveland moving it around. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Again, Mitchell missing.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Isaac a screen on Strus. And Houston gets it to go.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
They get a hand on it, taken away by Anthony. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
Mitchell outside. Over Harris. A kick out to Mobley. No good, unable to end this run.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
That's good from Harris on the assist by Isaac. And now it's just a 4-point Cleveland lead. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. For the three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Anthony against Garland. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Warriors, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Back to Harris. There's a good screen. Shoots over Mobley. And finished off by Wagner.
Wow, Gary Harris playing in the pick and roll. Normally he might be the screener, but really nice job setting his teammate up.
Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Now let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Jared Allen. Coming off a terrific season. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Here's Houston. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Garland, the pass route. And that one, good. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Well, you like to see Jared Allen play to his strength. Just terrific at cashing in on the interior.
Anthony kicks to Harris. The shot. 6 to shoot. Wagner as screen on Hunter. Houston connects from 3-point range. Houston's got 6 in the quarter.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Garland, no good. The Magic trail by 4. Doors when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Pass to Mitchell. 1:21 left in the third. Takes it inside, and the shot goes in. Mitchell's got 21 in the game.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a core first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Out to Harris. Here's Houston. Isaac a screen on Hunter. Houston's shot is off.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, that's just tremendous length, exceptional hands, Jared Allen. Nice and easy.
Harris outside. Wagner a screen on Mitchell. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Mobley's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Hunter. And now it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Houston, covered by Hunter. And Houston gets it to go. Houston's got 11 points here in just the second half. That's tipped. The drive by Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And as we conclude the third quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Anthony Banchero up there with Wagner. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Bitadze in at center. And here's Garland for three. Drops in the tray. Garland's got 27.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Fast break, here we go. Here's Jerome. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And here is Suggs. They can't stop the run with that one. Now, here's Okoro. He's tightly guarded. It's good.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Suggs. Carter lays it up and banks it in. And that's now 6 points for Wendell Carter.
Well, that's what you call orchestrating the pick and roll. Jalen Suggs, yes, sir.
Orlando foul. His second team foul.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Suggs. Hunter, no good.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And that one is good from Suggs.
How about the agility of Jalen Suggs to navigate the painted area and finish? Pretty nice stuff right there.
No good. Shot missing. Nice defense from Wagner. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Cleveland leading by 7. From outside the arc. Jerome, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Black kicks to Suggs. He gets that one.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Allen's checked in. Garland with it. Working on Black. And a three, Hunter. And it's Wagner with the rebound. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. It's a 5-point game. Suggs passes to Banchero. quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Orlando making some changes. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Carter. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Suggs. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. Now, Coach talked all about fouls in that huddle. He reminded them, play defense with our feet. Beat them to the spots. Hands straight up. Don't give them a chance to blow the whistle on us. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Garland. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And he lays it straight in. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of Darius Garland on full display. This guy is skilled at creating opportunities.
Wagner with a screen for Harris. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Hunter, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Pass to Houston. Beyond the arc. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Houston's got 27.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Allen slams it in.
Well, just quick with the decision-making. Smart pass by Darius Garland.
Here's Houston. For 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Strus kicks to Garland. It's good from long range. And now an 11-point Cleveland lead.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Isaac a screen on Strus. Isaac passes to Houston. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Houston's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Magic.
Yeah, you're seeing Isaac mature as an offensive player, finding your open teammates, such a critical skill.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. There's a screen. Here's Houston. No good from outside. Cleveland leading by 10. Outside Garland to the middle. Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Orlando's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Houston, and again for 3.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for 3s in a game. Harris's shot is good.
Tremendous read by Gary Harris. You see the gap, you attack it.
Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Evan Mobley's checked in for Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Jerome. The Magic also changing it up. Banchero's checked in for Wagner. Wagner comes in for Harris. And it's Suggs in for Anthony. Nobody near Allen. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Magic trail by 7. Banchero with the screen. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Garland is doubled. Pass to Mitchell. Looking for Allen and gets it there. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. two.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Orlando.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. Leading by 5. Comes up empty down low. Orlando's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Kept alive. Pass to Suggs. Here's Houston. No good on the three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Mitchell kicks to Strus. No good with the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Houston. Good. Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. To take the lead, Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Anthony against Strus. Rebounded by Anthony. Orlando trailing here. There's the lob to Banchero. Stolen by Mitchell. He takes it in.
This is what Donovan Mitchell entered the league with, that explosive first step, and earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
For your Cavaliers with 2 shots, Donovan Mitchell.
And he does get the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Houston. To tie it up. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. And here's Strus for 3. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Here's Houston. And again for 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
The experience of Max Strus, this guy is unafraid in big spots.
Isaac a screen. Up the live Orlando. Here's Houston. Covered by Mobley. Isaac a screen on Mobley. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Wagner comes in for Anthony.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
2 shots.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Isaac a screen. Houston. There's the three. And again for three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. It was much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg and
she and me, I suppose, and I know she wanna stop me, I suppose, I've been trying to make it get so long, why the I'm feeling like this, they don't wanna see me win, I suppose, but no matter what I won't quit, good job. I've been going through motions, trying to make it home, through these ups and downs, trying to right my wrongs. I still think about them days I was losing hope. It's levels success, you the GOAT. Driving slow, supercharged Range Rover, fighting Glen Cove, income perpetual. One left, rest is gone. I'ma need some extra, bro. We've been giving lessons though, showing better ways. Orange juice and
knew my drive had to be stronger than my fear of failure. I knew my time was spent getting back.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Orlando Magic. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. A look at Orlando's opening lineup. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then it's Wendell Carter, then it's Suggs, and it's Black in at the 1. And for Dallas, they've got Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Thompson in a 2-guard. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
That one goes in.
And the length is hard to contend with. Davis using all of it for the putback points there.
Banchero outside. Carter, a screen on Davis. And Banchero gets it to go.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Marshall. And here's Davis. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. It's stolen by Irving. Here's Davis. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends. And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Thompson's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Wagner with a screen on Davis. Banchero. And